You've probably heard of Stacey Abrams, the former Georgia gubernatorial candidate who's made waves for her activism and push for voter rights. Well, her nonprofit, the New Georgia Project, is now in hot water. Why? Because a prominent House Republican has called for a major investigation into the group's activities. This isn't just a small issue, it could lead to the nonprofit losing its tax-exempt status. So, what's going on here? Let's break it down. What's the deal with the New Georgia Project? Founded by Abrams back in 2013, the New Georgia Project's mission was simple: boost voter registration in Georgia. Sounds like a good cause, right? The group worked hard to increase participation, especially among minority communities. But here's the twist: while the organization has been doing great work in some areas, it has also found itself under fire for its involvement in political campaigns. In 2018, the New Georgia Project was heavily involved in supporting Stacey Abrams' campaign for governor. The problem? Nonprofits like the New Georgia Project, which are registered under IRS Code Section 501(c)(3), are strictly prohibited from supporting or opposing political candidates. This kind of involvement could lead to some serious consequences. What's the specific issue? The main issue here is that the group didn't report over $7 million in campaign contributions and expenditures during the 2018 election cycle. That's a big deal, especially since the group is supposed to remain neutral in political races. According to the Georgia Ethics Commission, this failure to disclose and the nature of the group's involvement with the election led to a hefty fine of $300,000, marking the largest penalty ever imposed by the commission. Rep. Jason Smith, the Republican chair of the House Ways and Means Committee, is now stepping in, asking the IRS to revoke the nonprofit's tax-exempt status. He argues that the New Georgia Project's actions clearly violate IRS rules about political campaigning. And this could set a serious precedent for how tax-exempt organizations are regulated moving forward. What does this mean for the future? This isn't just a slap on the wrist. If the IRS takes action, it could have far-reaching consequences. Losing tax-exempt status would mean the New Georgia Project would no longer enjoy the same financial benefits as other nonprofits. For example, it would have to pay taxes on donations it receives, and its supporters would lose the ability to deduct those donations from their taxes. For Abrams and her allies, this could be a blow to their voter rights efforts in Georgia. But this case also brings up a bigger question: how far should nonprofits be allowed to go when it comes to political involvement? On the one hand, groups should be able to advocate for issues they care about, but should they cross the line into supporting specific candidates? Where do we draw the line? What's next for the New Georgia Project? For now, all eyes are on the IRS. It's up to them to decide if the New Georgia Project has crossed a line. If they do revoke the organization's tax-exempt status, it could cause a major shift in the nonprofit sector. And as for Stacey Abrams, she'll need to navigate this new challenge while continuing her fight for voting rights. But here's a question: do you think nonprofits should be allowed to engage in political campaigns, or is this a case of overreach? Let us know your thoughts. This could be a pivotal moment for nonprofits and political campaigning in the U.S.